Hi there, today we'll continue our studying of Python in QGIS and we will work with a feature layer. We'll try to update existing features of a feature layer, we'll try to add some features, and we'll try to delete features from a vector layer. So, as you can see, we have some layers here. Today we'll work with a point layer. It is the layer of centroids of Australian states. So let's start. First of all, let's create a new variable layer and assign it to the value of a real vector layer in our project. As in the previous video, we'll use iFace.active layer to create a new variable layer. Then let's check it. We need to work with the point layer, so let's check the name of this layer. Just type layer.name and we see the name of the point layer. So first of all, let's try to get some features without selection. So we need to create a subset of features, we need to iterate over them, but we do not need to use a selection. So let's see how to do it. So first of all, let's write QGIS expression. We need to choose only those points which attribute type is equal to state. So let's see the attribute table of layer. Here's the attribute type and there are two values, territory and state, so we need to choose only those which value is state. So we write new variable expression, assign it to the QGIS expression object with the string type equals to state. Then we need to create a request. So we create a variable request, assign it to the QGIS feature request object, and as a parameter we send the QGIS expression to this request. Then, for example, we can limit the result of this request, so we can use setLimit method. So we type request.setLimit, for example, two features we want to get back. The next thing, we type the for loop, so for f for feature in layer get features, but as you can see, this is a parameter here, so this is our request. So we try to get a for loop over two features because we set a limit of two features. And for example, let's type feature ID. So here it is. The ID of selected features of requested features are 4 and 6. So let's see this in the attribute table. The first state value is in the feature with the ID 4 and the second state is ID 6. So it is true, and let's go further. So in such way you can understand your features, your feature IDs, your feature attributes. You can, without selection, create a subset over which you will iterate and do something. So let's go further and try to create a new feature in this point layer. So for adding a feature to the feature layer, first of all we need to create the feature and then we need to add this feature to the feature layer. Of course, this feature should have the same structure with the feature layer. So let's create it. We create a feature variable. It is assigned to the QGIS feature object with the structure the same with the point layer. So layer fields gives us the structure of a layer. So let's create some attributes to our feature. For example, let's create a value for the attribute name. So as you can see in the attribute table, there is an attribute name, and here we will type new state. And the last thing we need to create is a geometry, of course. So we create it using such method: feature set geometry, QGIS geometry object, method from point xy and QGIS point xy, and the longitude and latitude of our future point. And then let's add this feature to the existing point layer. We can do this with the help of data provider and method add features, and as you can see, add features takes as a parameter a list of features. So we have only one feature, so this is the list of the one object. Let's press enter and the answer is true, but nothing happens on the map. So we need to repaint our map with the help of method trigger repaint. So let's press enter, and here it is. Here is a new point, and let's see the attribute table. So here it is. There are no attributes in any column except name column. So here our value, new state. So everything is good. Let's see how we can delete this feature. We can use also data provider, but not add features, but delete features. And in the list of features, we need to use ID of a feature. So for example, our ID is 11, so we put here 11. The answer is true, and so let's repaint our map. And here it is. The feature has been deleted. There is no such feature. So let's add it again and change some attributes of an existing feature. So we just added, and let's change the first 3 attributes of this feature. So in the attribute table, we will see here some values. To update an existing feature, first of all, let's type the ID of the feature that we need to update. For example, this is 11. Then we will create a set of attributes. So this is a dictionary. The first attribute, the first column in the feature layer will have the value 12. The second column will have the value new Aus, and the third attribute will have the value new Australia. So here we will have the 12, new Aus, and new Australia here. And to change attributes, we just need to use a method change attribute values that takes as a parameter a dictionary. So the value of the ID of a feature we want to update and its attributes with such structure as we created. So let's press enter. The answer is true, it's okay, and let's see the attribute table. So here it is. We have all other values here, and for today that's it. We've studied how to update existing features, we studied how to add a new feature, how to delete a feature in the vector layer, and in the next videos we will work with raster layers. So feel free to write comments here, to ask us about something, and subscribe on this channel.